Days and 5,000 kilometers of Saudi Arabia's most grueling terrain. It's the Dakar Rally. Broadcast brought to you by Toyota Gazoo Racing.
Sherco's first win since 2019. Santolino opens his account.
I say, okay, today is the day, let's try to do it. And I just start to push.
Adios, Carlos. The defending champion is out.
It's a big disappointment. This year couldn't have been worse.
Checkmate, leading in the trucks. Matsick with the upper hand.
To be honest, we did not expect that, but it just happened, which is great.
Welcome to Dakar 2025. In these past few years, rarely has the first week of the rally been so hard. Tough on both man and machine. One thing that hasn't changed, however, are the splendors of Saudi Arabia. Wadis, rock formations, craters, wildlife and dunes. A pleasure for the spectators, probably more than for the exhausted drivers and riders. The rally has only just begun, and the race to glory carries on.
Break a sweat.
The rocks, so we'll get warm.
A bitterly cold morning greeted the bike riders ahead of today's fourth stage. It takes some kind of resilience to do this sport.
170 Ks riding in the liaison on the night. So yeah, it was really cold morning.
What are you dreaming of now?
A warm bed. Just stay at home. But it's Dakar.
It's a snowmobile jacket, but don't worry, I'm still wearing my official gear. Now I'm keeping it on for 5 more minutes to warm up.
It's a marathon, so we've got to make sure we get to the end of the bike in one piece. For sure, that's the most important. And just try to keep the pace that we've been going for the past couple of days. Then I'll be happy.
We'll see what we can do. We're in front of the pack today, so the only option we have is to run. So we'll do our best we can, and hopefully have a good 2 days.
The big guns preparing for a crucial day as they head north to the spectacular canyon. And as Ross said, this is the marathon stage, so no assistance crews tonight in the Alula bivouac. The Rally GP riders can work on their bikes for just 30 minutes before they're locked up in Parc Fermé, though they can help each other out. It'll be very important for the title contenders to take good care of their machines on the days of volcanic terrain. Now, Lorenzo Santolino was first off the line after his fantastic victory yesterday, but it soon became apparent this was not a good day to be opening, especially as his roadbook tablet was malfunctioning. The Spaniard was soon caught by Ricky Brabec after just 3 kilometres, and he later praised the American for doing a fantastic job with navigation. They were soon joined by Skylar Howes and Ross Branch, with Santolino eventually dropping back. Now, considering how tough the navigation was, Brabec, Branch and Howes were limiting their losses very nicely until they made a huge mistake inside the last 15-20 kilometres. That cost them around 20 minutes on the day and dealt a big blow to their hopes of reeling in the leader, Daniel Sanders. As a bitterly disappointed Brabec pointed out, things can change very quickly on the Dakar.
It's rally. One moment you could be doing the best you've ever done, and then one note later you lost your Dakar. So if you want to win the Dakar, I suggest you never to open, and you'll win the Dakar, no problem.
Well, things have been going pretty miserably for the other American in Rally GP, Mason Klein. He came here determined to finish the Dakar after 2 straight withdrawals, but he's been suffering with conjunctivitis. And when you can't see properly, this isn't the best way to spend your day. Mason also broke his clutch in the 48-hour chrono and sits rock bottom of the Rally GP standings, over 8 hours back. Well, Pablo Quintanilla said you had to be super focused on the road book today and very precise, because with all of the zigzagging between the canyons, it wasn't easy to follow the lines of the guys in front. The Chilean didn't make any major errors, but he expected to lose a bit of time to the riders behind him, and so it proved. 12.5 minutes back on the day in 8th place. Pablo is now 7th overall. Sherco had another good day as Rui Gonçalves finished inside the top 5. The Portuguese rider hasn't had it all his own way since the start of this Dakar. He's around an hour and a half off the pace, but it was a nice, clean performance today as he just stayed calm and tried to focus on himself. He handled the changes of pace very nicely to come 5th, and he's 13th overall. Adrian van Beveren described today's outing as a labyrinth, declaring that he has rarely done such difficult stages in terms of terrain and navigation. Then again, as he pointed out, this isn't the hardest rally in the world for nothing. It was nevertheless a solid performance from the Frenchman in 4th, and he is about half an hour back overall. Nacho Cornejo was also happy with his efforts today. The hero rider's been playing catch-up to some extent since he opened for most of stage 1, and he also lost some time in the chrono, but this was much more encouraging. Now, these pictures don't necessarily suggest it, but it was a relatively slow-paced stage in the rocks, so you had to ride with your head, and Nacho did exactly that, finishing 3rd fastest. I'm happy with my pace and the bike. It was spectacular today. We found the right settings for the conditions, so I'm very happy. Tosha Shirena decided to push today, and when he decides to push, there aren't many people who can match him for pace. He caught Daniel Sanders after refuelling, and he was on course to win the stage, but he then chose to stop for a couple of minutes at the end so he wouldn't have to open tomorrow. The tactical games of cat and mouse are already starting then, and it was pretty tight in the end. The Spaniard came in just 15 seconds down on the Australian in 2nd, and he jumps up to 2nd overall. And so for the 4th time this year already, Sanders came out on top. He's the first rider to notch 4 wins at a single Dakar since Stefan Petterhansel in 1997. Mr. Dakar nabbed 7 that year, and he won by over 2 hours. No doubt Chucky would love to repeat the feat. Now, Sanders knows this area can be tricky, so he tried to play it smart. He now leads by more than 13 minutes, but he will, of course, be opening again on stage 5.
I knew there was a good chance to extend the overall lead after I lost so much time yesterday, which was out of my control. So yeah, it was important to get that lead back, and then now tomorrow the pressure's back on to try and not lose too much and open really well.
Just those 15 seconds separating the top two on stage 4, with Cornejo almost 8 minutes back in third. Stefan Zvitko was in the top 10 once again, just ahead of Luciano Benavides. Sanders leads by 13 minutes 26 from Schreiner, with Branch, Haus and Brebeck all at over 25.
"99 problems, but let's hope the bike ain't one." An extra 30 minutes in Rally 2 for repairs when they reach the midway point of the marathon. Well, those competing in Malmoto used to the rigours of self-repair, but if you ride clean, there's less work to do. 17 now out, Mathieu Dovez forced to abandon while 4th overall. Compatriot Niels Terrik wants to avoid a similar fate. Today I want to make sure I ride safely all day because I need to protect the bike. Tonight we'll have no mechanics and we'll have to do what we can do with what we have on us. The start delayed as Edgar Canet's navigational system was glitching.
I just remove the GPS and I check the cameras behind, okay? Yeah, good now.
A 15-minute delay, but finally away en route to Alula. Tobias Ebster heading off the Austrian 3rd overall behind Michael Doherty and Rally 2 leader Canet. Arunis Gelzan Ninkas, a 2-time original Bimoto champion, is back racing after 3 years. Linking up with Hotto Factory Racing, 21st on the stage and overall, good signs for the Lithuanian. Teammate Xavier Flick is on his 4th Saudi adventure, having caught the Dakar bug from his father, Francois. The Frenchman currently 15th overall in a strong showing for the Chinese team. Not such joy for Deng Liansong. His Cove 450 rally failing to hit the right notes, coming to a standstill after 150 kilometers of riding. No assistance, fighting against the clock to remain in the rally. A contrast then to the day enjoyed by Mike Vedeman. The German with successive top 30 performances in the bike category. Encouraging after failing to complete the journey 12 months ago. Stage 1 already left Michael Doherty battered and bruised. But today could well be the end of the 3-bike fight for Rally 2 honours. Certainly the biggest loser as the South African fell behind. Still 3rd overall, but 28 minutes behind. A tough year for the top rookie in 2023, with time to make things up. Just the 3rd rider to find a place on the podium outside the top 3 riders. Niels Terrik looks to be in a good position to try and stay there as Stage 5 gets underway. Edgar Canet had technical glitches at the start, the navigational ones from the first checkpoint. Not the Spaniard's best start, but showed his class in racing through the traffic from 16th to 2nd. The teenager holds on to the overall Rally 2 lead, but slashed to 3 minutes 24. Top 10 on the day means Tony Mulek is still trucking along nicely, looking out to try and better his 15th place last edition. No crashes, no mechanical problems, and forming a partnership with Adrian van Beveren, Tobias Ebster took note how the pros do it on an unforgettable day, 6th best on 2 wheels and 2nd overall in Rally 2.
Yeah, now we have to set up the tent, and it's like almost same like last year in Malimoto. I'm feeling like home right now. So keep going for tomorrow.
Just 9 minutes between the podium on the special, but a fantastic 4th place for Jaromir Romanecik, leading 3 Malimoto riders in the top 10. Canet, though, does hold on to the lead, yet Ebster very much breathing down his neck.
cambiando l'olio.
I'm changing the oil.
Mettiamo olio
New
nuovo
oil
per la prima
for the
tappa.
first stage of the
L'idea
marathon.
è quello di farlo tutti i giorni.
I want a physio. Tonight, he's going to take good care of us, and we'll have a thought for all those who will sleep outside and won't have a physio. He's so cruel. Two trucks are coming. It isn't good.
We absolutely need to go up there.
Shouldn't I go there?
You had to stay on top.
Are we gaining time or not? Not at all. We're 2 minutes 30. We just can't go fast here.
Go full blast. Carry on there.
Look at him. He's going to block me. Bad guy. Why did he do that?
Watch out with the truck. Carry on straight. That's perfect. Continue.
I can't. He stopped me. I hate these trucks. I don't even know where I'm going.
Je les déteste, les camions. Je sais même pas où je vais.
Là, t'es passé en dessous des 2 minutes.
You're now under the 2-minute deficit, so we're gaining time.
Ok.
It's okay. It's finished.
Merde, j'aurais pas dû. Je voulais remettre, mais le
C'est parti, mon
Off we go. Avoid the camel. Let's not hit the camel. Wow, I hadn't seen him. He's white and beige. He could have made an effort. Have spots added like a Dalmatian. I'm scared of the sand. It isn't good. You don't know where it'll take you.
C'est pas vrai. C'est pas vrai.
C'est pas grave.
It doesn't matter. But you're going to have to get out on your side. We were lucky that the truck was there.
I'm going to stop saying bad things about trucks.
Ah oui, les lumières.
Yesterday, Sebastian Loeb was out. After Carlos Sainz abandoned on stage 2, Sebastian Loeb abandoned on stage 3. Although he was able to get to the finish, when the Dacia Sand Riders got the car back at 7:30 last night for inspection, there was damage to the roll cage. A disagreement ensued. Loeb and Dacia were confident they could get the car back out safely, but the FIA didn't feel that the roll cage was safe enough for Loeb to continue in the rally. His quest for victory on the Dakar will have to wait for another year. A new dawn and one fewer title favourite in the picture. Seth Quintero was chirpy as ever, while Prince Khalid was on hand to chat with Nasser Al-Attiyah. Opening the stage was Saud Variawa. The South African became the youngest ever stage winner in the ultimate class yesterday. Naturally, he was incredibly proud of that achievement, although knew that opening today was going to be a challenge. 2 second places in 3 stages for Gerlan Shishiri meant he was once again running towards the front of the order. A tough 48-hour chrono, though, means the man from Teen was 13th overall at the start of the day. Eventually, Shishiri caught and passed Variawa to start opening the road. But that didn't really help the X-Raid Mini driver, as he failed to treble the top 20 on stage 4. As for Variawa, he ended the day 27th on the stage. The X-Raid Mini of Gerlan Shishiri and his teammates has shown good pace, but is yet to take a stage win so far this year. With Loeb out and Cristina Gutierrez out of contention, Nasser Al-Attiyah was the last hope for the Dacia Sand Riders. As last hopes go, he's a good one. He was being followed all the way by Cristina Gutierrez. But it was to be another tough Dacia day. Once again, Gutierrez and Pablo Moreno were the heroes of the hour. The Sand Rider teammates helping Sebastian Loeb out over the last few days, and now the Spaniards were helping Al-Attiyah get back out on track. Punctures were a common problem over the course of the day, and Al-Attiyah was not immune. He lost 45 minutes parked up, but by the end of the stage had brought that deficit down to just 30 minutes. A good recovery, but he's dropped from 2nd to 7th in the overall standings. It was also a tough day for Guillaume de Mévius. Various issues meant he finished down in 34th place. Matteo Serradori, on the other hand, had enjoyed a clean run today. 6th in the stage sees the Century CR7 driver move up to 4th overall. 7th in 2022 is Serradori's best Dakar result so far, and this year he's driving the four-wheel drive Century after spending last year in the rear-wheel drive CR6. 5th overall is Lucas Moraes. He got leapfrogged by Serradori today. It was a tough one for the Brazilian aboard his Toyota Gazoo Racing Hilux as he finished the 415 kilometers down in 11th.
Very, very demanding stage. We tried to carry a good rhythm and not going crazy to not get punctured, but suddenly for one puncture and then second puncture and the third puncture, I say, how? We're going slow already. But yeah, we are here. That's the most important. Still top 5 overall, somehow. Now try to get some tire for tomorrow. We'll see.
Toby Price was flying at the start of the stage, running 2nd at one point.
Wait for it, hard right in the waddy. Sorry, it's in 400 metres.
The Australian, after 300 kilometres though, ran into trouble and dropped a long way down the order. We've not seen much of Juan Cruz Jacopini in this year's Dakar. Hailing from Mendoza, the Argentinian finished 7th in 2023, but despite flashes of pace last year, ultimately ended up 18th. 3rd place on today's stage means he's 8th overall, 40 minutes off the lead. And it was yet another strong run from Henk Latergan. In the first 3 stages, he and co-driver Brett Cummings hadn't had to get out of the car once. That changed today. They finally had to get their hands dirty, but they still finished 2nd on the stage, despite the late issues, and they maintain the overall lead of the Dakar.
I was really enjoying myself in the car at some stage, and yeah, unfortunately, right towards the end, the enjoyment became a bit of stress because we had one puncture with about 80 k's to go, and then another one 10 k's later. So. Yeah, then we ran out of spare wheels. Then you really have to back out and slow down just to get to the finish. So we managed to finish with only the 2 punches, but yeah, we had to really back off at the end.
Latergan's overall lead was cut though. On stage 4, Yazid Al-Raji finally took his first stage victory of the 2025 Dakar Rally. Toyota Hiluxes locked out the stage 4 podium, with Overdrive Racing finishing 1st and 3rd with Al-Raji and Jacopini. Great as that is for Toyota, the better news for Al-Raji is that he took minutes out of Henk Latergan's overall advantage.
but we win stage. That's most important because we do great job in the middle of the stage. We attack. Finally, we are here. We close the gap in the top. Still 8 days to go. Tomorrow, different day. We are ready for it. Okay, we open the stage. The stage tomorrow.
There were some impressive results in this stage, with Martin Prokop grabbing 4th ahead of Denis Krotov and a first top 10 finish for ultimate debutant Marcelo Tiglia Gastaldi. Henk Latergen still leads, but his advantage over Al Rajhi is down to under 7 minutes. Alatia's troubles today have dropped him down to 7th place, but only 35 minutes off Latergen.
In 1994, the Triangle of Dead Dunes. In 94, we had problems from the outset. We broke our front suspension, which took us out of the running overall. I wasn't targeting victory anymore, but if an opportunity came up, you know, Rally Raid's a battle against the terrain first and foremost. So if there was a super hard stage, we said that we would go for it. Thank you all again. So we get to the stage between Attar and Nouadhibou. We'd heard it was going to be difficult. Some people were even saying impossible. And when we got to the dunes, the Citroëns were already there ahead of us, and they had suffered quite a bit of damage trying to get through.
Ils avaient déjà eu pas mal de dégâts sur leur voiture pour essayer de passer.
This is crazy, crazy, crazy.
Cette année-là, c'était Fenouil.
Well, that year, Fenouil was the rally director. And he said to us, this is Rally Raid. Yes, it's a very tough stage, but we managed to get through it in the recce, so there's no problem. And anybody who doesn't complete it will be out of the rally.
The race goes on, because there are 2 cars from each team. You have to reach Nouadhibou and catch up the time there. We'll neutralise the stage if people get lost and go find them tomorrow.
I could put myself in the place of the Citroën drivers, Pierre Lartigue and Hubert Auriol. I could understand not wanting to embark on this impossible stage. And I can remember poor old Hubert trying to reason with Fenouil, saying, your thing's impossible, we'll never get through it.
You have to take your responsibilities, Fenouil.
Citroën and the rest decided to go around the dunes and straight to the finish, unlike Sabi and his teammate Jean-Pierre Fontenay.
We'll keep going. Fenouil doesn't want to stop it, we don't care, we'll keep going. With Fontenay we said, let's go for it. It's our only chance of getting a result. So we went for it, and it was an absolute nightmare. And all night long, our teammates had to run in front of the car to help us, to show where we could pass, because it was full of dangers. The sand was like flour. It was a huge battle. We must have got stuck 200 times, so we dug ourselves out 200 times. It was crazy. We didn't see the hours ticking by, and we thought we'd arrive within the time limit. At the finish line, everybody was applauding us. We were kings. And for some people, it was the ultimate image of Rally Raid and the Dakar, making the impossible possible. So we were very proud of that.
Congratulations.
You definitely made it hard for us. But maybe that's Rally Raid. Unfortunately, the commissaires decided to cancel the stage. So our boss, Ulrich Bremer, who was a straight shooter, he said because we weren't rewarded for the exploit of crossing these uncrossable dunes, I'm retiring our cars from the rally.